Gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm highly delighted to welcome you all to the 2016 edition of the Promasidor Quill Awards. Promasidor created this platform to celebrate excellence in journalism in Nigeria. Since its inception, the Quill Awards have annually supported journalists to improve on the quality of their work, as well as stimulate and inform their readers. For instance, the lead story that won the 2015 Promasidor Quill Awards overall prize triggered scholarships that were awarded to 21 physically challenged students of the Bethsaida Home for the Blind in Yaba. The story titled Where the Blind Dare to Dream, written by Taiwo Alimi, was published on April 2015 by the Nation newspaper. In 2013, these students could not complete the admission process into the University of Lagos due to lack of funds. The 2015 Promasidor Quill Awards overall winning story was the one that drew the attention of a kind-hearted Nigerian to the plight of these physically challenged students. Based on that, they were given financial support to complete the admission into the university.
A round of applause, thank you. Right now we're going to take a documentary, and the documentary is a documentary on previous overall winner, Mr. Taiwo Alimi.
Taiwo Alimi is a journalist with the Sunday edition of the Nation newspaper. He and his colleagues are responsible for sports and style pullout in every edition of the paper. Sometime last year, he veered off his regular sports beat to write a story on the plight of students at Bethsaida Home for the Blind, 31 Agege Motor Road, Moshalashi Bus Stop, Surulere, Lagos.
The story is actually about a group of blind people working together, being educated together. They stay in one permanent place. There was a time I got back there and they were telling me the stories of how 21 members who had been doing JAM for several years, but there was no fund for them to get into the university. And that was when I decided I need to do something about this. When I tell the story, my editor just said, Taiwo, go and do the story. Because this same story, before I put in for that award, won the Reporter of the Month in the newspaper house. So I just felt that if this can do well within my organization, then it should do well outside too.
Taiwo was right, as he was judged the overall winner of the 2014-2015 Promasidor Quill Awards.
Obviously, I'm his editor, and you know the editor always takes credit. It doesn't matter, he can keep the check, but I will take the credit. So I was very excited, very happy, and it just means that the work that we do here is recognized. The work that he does and the work that this paper does is recognized. I was very excited.
And another good news came Taiwo's way from the Bethsaida Home for the Blind.
Last year, 21 of them got admission in various federal universities of Nigeria, UNILAG, Nsukka, UNIZIK. Our senators, through their support, these children can be able to see the future because they are already in their future.
We were fortunate to have two students from UNILAG and UNN that were interviewed because they were around for the holiday, since that is their home.
I'm so delighted with the fact that I am in the University of Lagos studying philosophy.
I thought all hope is gone. I thought I am incapacitated. But look at it now. With them, the good-spirited Nigerians who came, supported me heavily, invested in me. I thank them for making me to be in school in University of Nigeria, Nsukka.
For a journalist, to write and not to be read is one of the sad things that could happen to a journalist. And for you now to be read and to now get response for the story that you have done is the happiest thing that could happen to a journalist.
It was now time for Taiwo to move over to Thompson Foundation in London for a 5-week summer course on journalism as part of the prize for the overall winner.
Preparation for going to London was taken over completely by Promasidor, because we are talking about securing a visa, then getting stipend for the trip, securing tickets. All these stuffs were taken over by Promasidor. I did not have to leave my house to be able to get all these things.
Taiwo Alimi says he's now an all-round journalist due to the kind of training he received at Thompson Foundation.
I came from a background of paper journalism, but at Thompson Foundation, you basically learn what they call the next generation journalism. And when we talk about next generation journalism, we are talking about mobile journalism, what is called Mojo. That is a process whereas you use your mobile to do most of your shooting.
Taiwo is now back in Nigeria. And what has been the impact of the Thompson Foundation course on his career and that of the Nation newspaper?
He has a background in sports reporting, but because of his versatility, you see him doing reports in other areas. He's not the kind of person that you can limit and say, okay, let me box him into sports. He's an accomplished journalist who is not limited by genre by which they define him. So he's done a lot more, and we've seen that in other features that he has done in the paper.
Now, I have gone entirely out of my corners, though I still do my sports things, but on the desk, I am mandated to turn in scripts from other areas.
I think that journalism in Nigeria needs its investment. And the investment, not just in machines, investment in the people. And so when you see awards like the Promasidor Quill Awards, not only recognize journalists, recognize the work that they're doing, they give them prizes in terms of monetary prizes, and then they take them out and expose them to quality work, quality journalism outside of the country. Obviously, it impacts on what it will do going forward. And I think that for all other award winners who are exposed to those kinds of opportunities, obviously what you learn never leaves you. It just keeps on impacting on the work you do going forward.
Let me say this, it is the biggest award around now. Why? It is not just about getting the award and keeping your plaque, or getting a cash award and keeping it and using it. It is about taking a further step to empower yourself. Because when you go abroad to learn more, you are empowering yourself. So for me, it's the #1 award today. I don't know about tomorrow.
Promasidor Quill Award started in 2013, and we commend every journalist, photojournalist and blogger who entered for these awards over the years. We are equally impressed by the quality of reports sent in yearly and hope that journalists will continue to execute their work within professional ethical standards in the industry.
Overall winner of the year 2016 is Ajibola Hamzat from The Guardian.
To be the best, #1 and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me, so stand up.
I must thank Promasidor Nigeria Limited for investing in good journalism in Nigeria. Of course, I don't have an idea of how much resources you are committing to this, but I found out that you started in 2012. That's about 4 years ago. And that means that you must have committed a lot of resources into doing this. That's a lot of money, especially in a country where the economy, according to the Central Bank of Nigeria recently, described as being on the brink of economic recession. So committing so much money into this kind of course It's a great deal, and we need to thank you. I must also let you know, sir, that you are not just promoting good journalism, but you are deepening our democracy. You are deepening Nigerian democracy by pushing forward the kind of conversation that we need to be having in our nation. Important conversation around the rights of children. Important conversation around the issue of development. Those are the kind of issues you are putting forward. So you are helping our society to get better, and we thank you very much for that.